Alright, for today's video I'm doing something a little bit different. I've heard people getting some significant gains from running a different airbox cover on a YZ450F, and all the race teams have different designs for their airboxes. They're taller, they cut holes in them, they do all kinds of stuff to get that little bit of extra airflow in there, since that's a little bit restricted from the factory. And I saw online that somebody had done this, which is just a 3D printed part that sits right on top of the airbox, and then they cut a hole in there so that it can scoop the air into the airbox while still kind of protecting from dirt and rocks and stuff with this grate right there. One thing I didn't like about this though is it didn't seem to have amazing airflow with that grate there. So and I didn't really like how it looked. So I wanted to try something a little bit different and just come up with my own design. So I came up with this. I'm calling it the Yamaha Air Hammer because why not? But basically it's the same thing. I just have, you know, similar, instead of the grate, I just put a hexagon pattern in there. I might just end up taking that all the way out and just letting it free flow. But for now, I just wanted to see what it would do so that I could have at least a little bit of protection. If a clump of dirt happened to hit that or whatever, it wouldn't get stuck in my on top of my air filter. So basically the idea is that I'm going to set this right on top of the air filter, just like that one is, and give that a try. It should sit in pretty much the same exact spot. I just measured this out, and I do need to get the curve down, the curvature on that. If you'll see, this one's actually got a slight curve to it. So I might either design that or I might just sand it before I glue it on there. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so this is my 3D printer utility that I use. I use Ultimaker Cura is the name of it. So I just placed it on there and sliced it, and now it's printing currently. It's almost done. It's taken quite a while to print because I wanted to print it with quite a bit of detail. But as you can see, that's what it's starting to look like. All those little holes are going to be popped out. That's just support so that it can actually have something to print on. But it's about 93% of the way done. Once it's done, I'll pop it off and fit it up and see how it looks. But that's pretty much the idea. I'm going to try and get that done, get it figured out, and see how much of a horsepower gain I get, if any. But I think it should make quite a big difference. So I'll keep you guys updated. I should be done with it sometime today. But yeah, if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments below. Or also, if you want the STL file and you have a 3D printer and you want to print it yourself, just post a comment and I'll figure out a way to send it over to you if that's something that you'd like. Alright, so now I've stuck this on top of here, traced it out. That's what it looks like, all printed up. It's pretty smooth, not too bad. This side's a little rougher, but I'll probably sand it down later. So now I just drilled a couple holes. I'm gonna try and use these to cut it, and then I'll finish it up with this. But that's where I'm at. I'll give you another update when I'm done with that. I finished cutting out the hole. This is basically what it's gonna look like. Here's the mock-up. Then I'm gonna actually just try hot gluing it on. I might end up doing something else later, but just kind of a temporary deal to test it. I'm gonna hot glue it and maybe throw some black electrical tape over it. There's a little bit of gaps in between. It's not perfect. I mean, it's the first try. I'll get it better next time, I'm sure. But anyway, that's what it looks like. Doesn't look too bad. Throw it on the bike real quick. Take a look. Okay, there you have it. That's what it's gonna look like on the bike. Not too bad. I never really sit all the way up there in corners or anything, so I don't think it's gonna be an issue if I run into it. But should give it a little more airflow. I'll let you know what difference it makes when I go take it for a ride.